Okay, pickers, we are here in the back room, in this one of the storage rooms here at the store, looking pretty dirty. But I figured I had to pick up a few things down here. I'm gonna pick up a couple dirt bikes. I figured we'd do a video on the shop. All these things going on at once. Let's turn on the lights here. Do a video and kind of talk about what's going on with the store and all that different stuff. Let's see. Hey, everything still works. That's good. So here we are at the store. We are coming by to pick up this bike, another one like it, and then a bigger one for me. And yeah, let's do a little store tour while we talk about the shop a little bit. Right now, you can see there's kind of just stuff everywhere. We've been closed for 5 months. There's the little hallway again. We've been closed for 5 months. A bunch of products, some stained glass, all these chests and crates and stuff. And this little area here. This big old thing, I don't even know, my brother brought this down. Got this somewhere. Let's see what's over here. Just things that were ready to be going on the shelves. Hot Wheels. So Hot Wheels. This says PlayStation. What do you think's in it? Toys. Lots and lots of sports cards, toys, stuff like that. Over here we got a bunch of just random stuff. Tons of random stuff. Lionel trains and things, tools. Television set for your television needs. Now we talked about this poster in one of our videos, but it's a 1800s circus poster. Very, very cool. I love that. So yeah, I'll kind of just walk around and show you stuff as I talk. But basically, we've been shut down for 5 months. It's 5 months now, and it's just sitting here. 5 months of not doing business, but still paying. There was business things you could apply for that would give you money, a grant, help. And we applied for those things, and we did not hear anything back until just recently. We heard something back, but I need to follow up because it sounds like it's structured different than it was pitched. And then our city actually just came out with like a $5,000 help for businesses in this area. But that's just way too little, way too late. That's not going to really do anything for us. And I hate to say it, that's a lot of money, but to keep a thrift store going that has been closed for 5 months, going on 6 months, that's not going to help us. So I don't even know if I want to apply for that. And there's a limit. I think 130 businesses are actually going to get the grant. And in our city, there's thousands of businesses. So I don't know. It just seems like kind of not a great, it's better than nothing. And whoever gets it, good for them. But not a great option for businesses in my city. It's almost doesn't even matter. Doesn't even apply. Here's the clothing section that we had up for 1 week. So we redid this whole section. This used to be more antiques, but we redid the clothing section and put a bunch of new stuff out. And didn't really get a chance to try it out because we shut down just the very next week. There's me in the mirror. Clothing. Let's look at some of the tables. And so, yeah, is this the end of Pickers Warehouse? That's the thrift store name. Is this the end of our store? So, to give you an honest answer, I don't know. But I can tell you my thoughts on it. Basically, being closed for 5 months. So, at the 4-month period, they pretty much said that we could open again for curbside. As you can see, that's not going to work at a place like this. What am I going to do? You're gonna order your antique or your retro good and I'll meet you at the curb. It's not gonna work. And we can't put 10,000 little items online for you in a website. This just doesn't work. It had no help to us whatsoever. Curbside pickup meant nothing to our thrift store. So we had to stay closed even longer. And it seemed almost at the same exact time that we were pretty much given the green light to open, with masks and restrictions and all that, was the same time roughly they decided the second wave is here and it's worse than ever. Yeah, I mean, what do you do with that? Yeah, go ahead and open with these restrictions, which I don't mind. I'll wear a mask so I can open my business. It's fine. No one wants to get sick, whatever. Whatever you think about it, it's not that big of a deal to do to be able to open up your shop. Okay, cool. But things are just kind of crazy. It didn't feel right to me to open. Even though we were allowed to open, things just didn't feel right. To be perfectly honest with you, I was getting used to not coming down here to work. And what does that mean? It doesn't mean anything. Of course I want to work and open this. I have another business, rehearsal and recording studios, that is doing essentially fine. We lost a lot of our services, things that we would do that we can't provide or that people don't need. Sound services. There's no events, so there's no sound jobs. Stage jobs where we rent out our stage. Video work. No one was filming promotional videos or music videos during this time. And our hourly program where we rent studios by the hour obviously kind of died off too. I mean, it did. It went to zero from very busy because no one was gigging. And anyone who wasn't afraid to practice with their friends, they just didn't. It just went to zero. So, what do you do in a situation like that? But the studio has rehearsal rooms, okay? And on top of that, no one was recording records because we do have a full recording studio. No one was doing records. No one has been doing records during this time. Not here anyway. So what do you do during that time? Well, we have monthly rehearsal rooms, which, yeah, we lost a lot of tenants. We did. To the point where it got pretty bad. But our core tenants stayed with us, and a couple new tenants came. And the studios are hanging in there. The studios are, for lack of a definitive word to describe how they're doing, I'd say they're doing fine. Am I making the money I was making off the studios before? No, of course not. Not even close. But they are sustaining themselves. And one of our major goals and our mission with the studios was to make sure that people in this town and area had a place they could go to do their music 24 hours a day. And that's the service that we provide. And so the fact that this is staying open through this is amazing to me. It would have broken my heart if it didn't. And this all came about because we started doing a lot of picking and storage units and stuff like that. So the thrift store kind of just had to happen. It wasn't necessarily something that we wanted to do, ever since we were little, but it's fun. I mean, it's great. Having a store is fun, it's great, and you meet a lot of cool people. And it's amazing for those reasons. So having a thrift store, you don't realize how much work it's going to be, but it's a labor of love, and we love it, and so we did it. And we, I don't know, do we still do it? I don't know what you call what's happening now, but let's see if we can find another section. As of right now, the thrift store is still here. We have not officially opened in over 5 months. So what does this mean? Is the store going to stay or is it going to go? Again, to be honest, I do not know. But I can tell you my gut feeling is it will not continue. Because of how I'm feeling, I think things are changing. I think people are changing to some degree. I don't know, working with the public has its ups and downs. The people that come in here regularly were super, super cool. Just a lot of fun. But I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of mixed feelings about stuff. And I think as things get worse, just having a store that's open to the public that has somewhat expensive, rare things in it, I just don't know if it's going to be worth it. I don't know if it's the right stuff for the people at this time. I don't want to put me or my brother or anybody that works here at risk for any reason. Virus or thieves or whatever it is. Not something I'm interested in doing, so I love this place. And again, there's a big chance this is going to blow over and we will just continue to have our store, Pickers Warehouse, as normal. But as of right now, my feelings on it, it would be sad, very sad, but it may be the best decision to not continue to do it. I know there's so much more I wanted to cover in this, but I'm having trouble thinking. I'm having trouble thinking about what I really want to say. I certainly don't want to just crack it open, force masks on everybody, which is fine. In this area, people pretty much get it. Yeah, wear the mask, that's the rule, whatever. I just don't want to deal with what I think could be a lot of drama surrounding opening a store in this climate with how things are right now. So, I don't know. What do you guys think in the comments? What would you do? If you have experiences like this, you're going through the same thing, feel free to reach out, drop a comment. Small business owners can have good ideas for each other. So, beyond that, let's take a look in the case closer. But again, I think that ultimately, the virus and everything that's transpired from it and since it very well may be the end of this store. We're going to keep the studios going for sure because that's for the community and it's very, very special. I toured in a band for 12 years and people need that place. And a lot of people say they need this sort of place. And I need this sort of place too, but there's just a lot at stake. There's been a lot of financial loss since the virus kicked in. 100% loss on this endeavor. And we weren't expecting or asking anybody for help. It wasn't like that. There's no GoFundMe. This is not how I do things. There's no GoFundMe. There's no drive. There's no, we weren't seeking out, give us a program that saves our business. Things come and things happen. And you got to assume that you're the only one who's here for you. Because most of the time you are. It's up to you if you're going to stay in business. You can't depend on some grant. And like I said, we applied for the grant because it came to our attention. It made sense, but we didn't even hear back. And that's pretty much what we expected. We didn't expect a bunch of free money to help us in a time of need. Who knows? Maybe someone else needs it more. And hopefully they got it if they need it more. Because we certainly didn't get it. And even if we did, I don't know that it would have been enough to cover the losses that we've taken since we've had to shut down. Here's our little desk. There's still $1 there. No, that's probably $7, $6. Yes, $6. Here's a nice little pan. My brother hand painted that. Harry and the Hendersons, some more storage over there. So yeah, those are basically my feelings. I didn't say everything that I'm thinking, because I haven't decided everything that I'm thinking in regards to, do I want to fight to keep this open and lose just to keep it open? I mean, part of me does, believe me. Another part of me can put that energy into making sure that my studios stay open, which I have no doubt that they will. That's something I love doing, running these studios. We have 8,000 square feet. This is 2 with the storage room, and 8,000 square feet of music rehearsal rooms and recording and video production, all that. It's near and dear to me, so that's worth to me, you know, going to war. Whatever that means, whatever that could mean. Just doing anything possible to make sure that stays open for the people that depend on it. And of course, my love for it, and I make money at it. We built it for years. 7, 8 years of pure blood, sweat, and tears, just pure love to make the studios what they are. So, yeah, we'll go to war for that. The store, I love doing it. It's a byproduct of picking, which is something I love. But it doesn't have the same, I mean, I guess it kind of does. It has its own magic. It's just different. It's something different, and it's something that's more volatile. When a disaster like this happens, the studios proved, and the people that rent there proved that it's needed. And we get emails and Facebook messages and all that stuff about the store all the time, and I know it's wanted and people want to come in, but it's just not the same thing. To me anyways. I love it very much, but if I had to let one go, it's going to be this one. You know, this store was only in business for 1 year. We literally shut down on the weekend that we were to have our 1-year anniversary sale. So, needless to say, we didn't have our 1-year anniversary sale. And again, we still might, even if we do shut down. We're going to have a few big sales here to get everything out. And then a lot of that cool stuff will be coming home with me. It'll be hard to let go of some of this stuff up there. Some of my favorite things are up there. If you see anything interesting, go ahead and talk about it in the comments. But yeah, we would have some gigantic sales. Maybe a month of just liquidation, or 3 days, you know, half price, 25%, then everything's $1. However you want to do it. Got the Ghostbusters. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have thoughts on it, go ahead and let me know in the comments. We could talk about this. This is therapeutic for me to put this kind of video out and talk with you guys about it. But I don't know. The thing about not being able to decide if you want to fight to keep this place open is not knowing what that means. You know, what does it mean to keep this place open? Well, things are changing all the time. So how would I know what's next? What can we do? What can't we do? You know, are people just miserable and broke? Is this sort of place even going to sustain if we did open? I don't know. There's so many I don't know. So pouring a ton of money, which we are, because we have to pay for this place. That sort of thing doesn't stop. I'm not going to take on debt. I'm not going to take on go against my landlord who leases me the space. Keep us here or else. It's not my style. If I can keep this open, I will. And if I can't, then you can't. Financially, if you just can't, then it's a good idea to close. I'm leeching a bunch of money to let it sit here, which I thought was going to be 1, 2, 3 months of losing money to get a chance to figure out what's next here. And now we're going on 6 months. So that's adding up, guys. You know, tens of thousands of dollars. It's adding up. It's a good chunk of money. So I can't do that till it's $100,000. That wouldn't make sense. So as of right now, we have not thrown in the towel. Again, technically I think we can open, but it just doesn't feel right. So I guess that's on me. It's on me at this point. But it just doesn't feel right at all. You know, maybe we'll do a pop-up. But just resuming business as normal with how weird things are right now and not knowing what's coming next, I don't like it. Let's see, we got these little lunch boxes. So I don't know. I'm kind of just jibber jabbering at this point. But again, it's therapeutic for me. I appreciate anyone who's listened this far. Anyone who has ideas or thoughts or feelings or businesses of their own that have had issues. You know, let me know how you're doing. I'd love to know. And this is what a store that's been sitting about 6 months looks like. Well, 5.5 months. It looks the same, other than cluttery. It's a little bit cluttery. Things have come in that hadn't been put out yet. But, yeah, I don't know. We could do another update on this. We get that box, Steve Urkel, though. Caddyshack. And again, I mean, I'm trying to get this channel to 1,000 subs. Once I get to 1,000 subs, I can do proper YouTube auctions. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but some people are doing YouTube auctions. So hit the subscribe button. You might see all this stuff end up on YouTube auctions. And then of course I have a 10 by 30 storage, a box truck that's full, my garage. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. The whole back room here is full. If we did YouTube auctions, we would be having some fun, guys. Because there's no shortage of fun things, interesting things to auction off and ship to you. So I don't know, if you're interested in the YouTube auction platform, go ahead and subscribe. It gets us closer. We would need 1,000 subs to go live from our phone, so that's how we would structure our auction. This is how my friends do it on their channels. So I don't know, I'm kind of rambling. I feel like I forgot a million things that I wanted to say, but there was a fun little tour of the store, I guess. And if you want to see an extremely funny tour video, we did one. It's our second or third video on this channel. Go ahead and check that out. Just look for the old videos that we upload, and it's somewhere in there. It's called My Thrift Store is a Dirt Bike Track. I think that's what it's called. So I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. You know, think good thoughts. I hope you guys are doing well. I feel there's a big storm coming. I mean, there's a big storm here, but I think there's major things coming that, you know, financially and socially. And I just hope people can learn to love each other again. And I hope people don't all lose their businesses. And I hope that people that don't lose their jobs. And I don't know. We're up for, there's a big wave. And I hope we can all ride it out and come out the other side. Thanks, guys.